You might assume the airport only starts noticing you once you hand over your passport. That's a mistake. Long before you reach the check-in desk, long before your bags roll through X-ray machines, the airport has already formed an impression of you. Behind counters, through glass barriers, and inside hidden computer systems, decisions are being made constantly, without you seeing a thing. Every step you take, the way you carry yourself, even how you stand in line, it all contributes to an unseen evaluation. Here's something most travelers never realize. Many of these systems are intentionally opaque. If you fully understood them, you wouldn't be predictable anymore. Airports thrive on patterns. Those who behave as expected move through quietly. Those who don't trigger attention. Extra questions, secondary screenings, subtle delays that seem random but aren't. In this video, we'll lift the veil, not to frighten you, but to give you the knowledge you need. The biggest airport hassles rarely start with a mistake. They start with things you never realized mattered. And the last secret? It could already be happening around you, quietly right now. Let's start with your clothing. What you wear isn't just about comfort or style. It's data. Security scanners aren't looking at outfits. They're reading shapes, densities, shadows. Certain clothing choices quietly put you on a different track. Loose layers, oversized jackets, heavy coats, hoods pulled up, too much covering. They aren't just cozy, they're attention magnets. Metallic fibers in sneakers, reinforced bras, thick belts, decorative chains. Legal, yes, but they trigger extra scrutiny. Even your fashion sense can backfire. Travelers dressed too formally for a short flight or wearing weather-inappropriate outfits stand out. Not because it's wrong, but because it breaks expectations. The safest approach is simple. Neutral, fitted clothes with minimal metal. You don't want to impress, you want to blend in. Next, your luggage. Once you drop off a bag at check-in, most people relax. Out of sight, out of mind. Right? Wrong. From the moment a suitcase is tagged, it enters a highly monitored system. Scanners, conveyors, hidden checkpoints. Every step is logged. Your bag's data is cross-referenced with your passenger profile, travel history, route, whether you're alone, even where you're coming from and going next. If your bag is unusually heavy or light, or if your travel pattern is unexpected, it can be pulled aside without your knowledge. No announcement, no request. By the time you sit at the gate, your luggage may already have been opened, re-scanned, or flagged. That reassurance of "it's just rolling along" is often misleading. And the body scanner, most travelers assume it only sees a vague outline. Modern scanners see much more. They detect density differences, unusual shapes, and inconsistencies in clothing. Extra layers, oddly positioned fabric, or items hidden in pockets can trigger alerts, even if everything is legal. Then human staff review the image. They also watch your behavior, posture, gestures, tension, eye contact. It's not just about what you carry, it's about how you carry yourself. Random checks? Almost never truly random. Algorithms and preset rules quietly scan tickets before you even reach the line. Last-minute bookings, one-way flights, odd connections, paying in cash, or sensitive routes can all silently flag you. Behavior matters too. Nervousness, fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, or gripping your bag too tightly can all draw attention. Some triggers are subtle: traveling solo, no checked luggage, or even a minimal digital footprint. Labeling these stops as random avoids complaints, but they're really the result of early invisible decisions. Your checked luggage can also be opened without you knowing. Security authorities have the legal right to inspect bags, even locked ones, without notification. TSA approved locks can be reopened, non-approved locks can be cut. Sometimes it's obvious. Mispacked liquids, electronics blocking X-ray views. Often it's something subtle. Dense packing, opaque wraps, aluminum foil. Certain bag types, small, heavy, tightly secured, can attract more scrutiny. And you might never know. No notes, no warning, no explanation. To reduce risk, pack simply. Avoid overwrapping, make electronics visible, and keep valuables with you. Even boarding passes reveal more than you think. Staff can see fare type, whether you booked full price, used miles, third-party sites, or refundable tickets. In theory, it shouldn't matter. In practice, higher fares often get priority treatment during overbooked flights, upgrades, or rebookings. Lower fares can quietly fall behind in assistance or opportunities. Confidence and politeness can sometimes weigh more than the ticket itself. Valuable luggage is marked internally too, without your knowledge. High value or priority bags often receive hidden codes. These signals are meant to help, but they can backfire. They make your bag stand out. Internal airline systems rarely protect your items fully. Insurance matters far more than a priority tag. Airport cameras detect more than theft or crowds. Thermal and advanced surveillance can read stress. Subtle changes in body temperature when you're anxious or nervous can trigger attention, even if you've done nothing wrong. What feels like a random selection is often just a system noticing signals you aren't aware of. Calm movements, controlled breathing, and steady posture are not just polite, they're strategic. Restricted areas aren't just for employees. Passengers can be quietly escorted for additional screening, document checks, or security verification without being told why. Compliance, patience, and composure are essential. Escalation only prolongs the process. Airlines and airports also maintain internal passenger notes you'll never see. Past complaints, disputes with staff, or repeated confrontations create invisible records. These systems aren't criminal databases, they're internal alerts. Being flagged doesn't automatically stop you from flying, but it can affect how you're treated, seating arrangements, or staff interaction. How you behave echoes long after the flight ends. Finally, baggage scales. A pound is not always a pound. Different scales, rounding practices, and calibration quirks can quietly push bags over limits, triggering fees or forced repacking. Experienced travelers pack with a buffer, weigh their luggage at home, and know when to politely request a recheck. After all this, the lesson is clear. Airports are not random. They quietly monitor, assess, and make decisions based on countless small details. Your clothing, behavior, luggage, and even fare class influence how smoothly you travel. What seems like bad luck is often invisible rules at work. Awareness isn't fear, it's empowerment. Travelers who understand the system move more confidently, stay calm, and avoid unnecessary hassles. Blend in, stay predictable, give the airport no reason to slow you down. If this changes how you see travel, like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Here we uncover what airports never warn you about. Travel smart, travel prepared, stay one step ahead.